First, Huma, regarding your questions on the announcement made by uh, President Trump. Uh, we had earlier also addressed and put forward our point of view, and we had said that, and again I would like to repeat that during Prime Minister's visit to the United States in last month, that is on February 2025, both sides had announced that they will engage and negotiate a mutually beneficial multi-sector bilateral trade agreement. You would have known that Commerce Minister was visiting the United States, where he met his counterparts. The two governments are in the process of advancing discussions on a multi-sector bilateral trade agreement. And as you would have seen in a joint statement also, I would like to repeat what we had mentioned there. Our objective through the BTA is to strengthen and deepen India-US two-way trade across goods and services, increase market access, reduce tariff and non-tariff barriers, and deepen supply chain integration between the two countries. So that is how we look at the issue of tariff as far as India-US is concerned. Uma Shankar, your question regarding Israel. See, 10 Indian, that is what we understand, 10 Indian workers, they were in the construction business, construction sector. They went missing. And after they had gone missing, the Israeli authorities tried to locate them. They were located in West Bank. From there, they have been traced, they have been got back to Israel. And this matter is being investigated for more details as to how they went and etc. And our embassy is in touch with the Israeli authorities for the safety and for the well-being of these Indian nationals. So as and when we have more update into the investigation being done, we'll share more details with you. But these all 10 Indian nationals who had gone to West Bank, they are in Israel and they are being looked after. Sorry. अच्छा, देखिए 10 हमारे भारतीय नागरिक जो इजराइल में के कंस्ट्रक्शन सेक्टर में काम कर रहे थे, वो उनको कुछ दिन से शायद उनका पता नहीं चल रहा था, तो उनको देखा गया कि वो वेस्ट बैंक में काम कर रहे हैं. वहां से फिर उसको इजरायली सरकार के अथॉरिटीज लोग ने वहां पर उनको देखा और वहां से उनको वापस लाए इजराइल में. और ये मसला किस तरीके से गए, क्यों गए, क्या मंशा थी, इस पर इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है. जो हमारी वहां राजदूतावास है वो इजरायली सरकार के साथ इस प्रसंग में लगातार बात कर रही है. हमारे जो नागरिक हैं, ये 10 नागरिक जो हैं, उनके हित के लिए, उनके वेलबींग के लिए, और आगे जैसे भी हमको और जानकारी मिलेगी हम आपसे साझा करेंगे. Siddhant, on the issue of security breach that happened during the visit of External Affairs Minister to UK. Yesterday you would have seen that we had made a statement. I had made a statement in response to some of the queries from the media. I would like to again reiterate that we have conveyed a deep concern to the UK authorities about the breach of security arrangements by UK-based separatist and extremist elements during External Affairs Minister's visit. There is a larger context to the incident, and it's important to understand that. It brings out both the license accorded to such forces as well as indifference to their intimidation, threats and other actions aimed at impeding our legitimate diplomatic activities in the UK. While we have noted the statement issued by the UK Foreign Office on the matter, our view of its sincerity would depend on the action taken against culprits on this and previous occasions. हिंदी में तो नहीं चाहिए साहिल, आपको तो अंग्रेजी आता है. विदेश मंत्री की सुरक्षा में लगे सेंध को लेके हमने यूके सरकार से अपनी गहरी चिंता जताई है। इसके पीछे अलगाववादी और उग्रवादी लोग कहाँ थे जो आप जानते हैं। इस घटना के पीछे एक संदर्भ है जिसको समझना बड़ा जरूरी है। इस घटना से यह पता चलता है कि यूके में जो अलगाववादी तत्व लोग जो वहां रह रहे हैं, उनको एक प्रकार से ऐसा लगता है कि उनको लाइसेंस मिला हुआ है, दे दिया गया है, या ऐसा हो सकता है कि वहां पर जो लोग हैं वो इनको हरकतों को या तो सीरियसली नहीं लेते हैं या उनको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, और शायद इन्हीं कारण से उनको अनदेखा भी करते हैं। यही कारण है कि ये लोग धमकाने के लिए, डराने की कोशिश करते हैं, और इससे हमारी राजनयिक कार्य पर बाधा आता है और बाधा डालने की कोशिश करते हैं। यूके के विदेश विभाग ने एक कथन यानी कि स्टेटमेंट जारी किया जिसको हम लोगों ने देखा है, लेकिन क्या वे इस कथन में कितना विश्वास रखते हैं, इस बात का तभी पता चलेगा, इसकी पुष्टि होगी जब इन घटनाओं के पीछे जो दोषी लोग हैं, जो आरोपी लोग हैं, उनके खिलाफ उचित कार्रवाई हो या करेंगे वो। Sahil, your question is regarding the Ganga Water Treaty. Recently, the 86th meeting of the Ganga Water, this technical committee meeting took place in Kolkata. It happened on, I think, 6th of March. Such meetings, this is a regular routine technical meeting. Such meetings happen thrice a year, and it is part of the structured engagement of meetings that we have in place between both countries. As part of the Ganga Water Treaty, which was signed in 1996. At the meeting, the two sides discussed all matters related to Ganga Water Treaty, including measurement of flow of water flow and other issues of mutual interest on this particular subject. Siddhant, your question was regarding the setting up of a party there, as well as this deterioration in security situation. See our position, you know, that we support a stable, peaceful, inclusive and progressive Bangladesh in which all issues are resolved through democratic means and by holding inclusive and participatory elections. We remain concerned about the deteriorating law and order situation, as you mentioned, which has been further exacerbated by the release of violent extremists who were sentenced for serious crimes. Can we take more questions? Sanjeev?
Good afternoon, Sanjeev Barua from The Week. I have this question. The Chinland Council and the interim Chin National Consultative Council, they have signed the pact reportedly in the presence of the Mizoram Chief Minister. The political advisor to the Mizoram Chief Minister, who is also a legislator, has said that it was on the behest of the MEA that the CM made efforts to unite the factions. Is it so? What is the MEA's response to this?
Okay. Sudhi?
So, Shmudi Ranjan from Bloomberg, sir. On the issue of your Commerce Minister being in US, so can you give us an understanding as to when he met his counterparts in America, and has India got an assurance or any kind of on an understanding that the reciprocal tariffs is not going to hit India on 2nd of April, as threatened by President Trump? And secondly, sir, if I can ask a second question, if you could give us an understanding of Foreign Secretary's visit to Russia. Has the Ukraine war or the peace plans, various peace plans being discussed, has he been briefed on that?
Okay. Manish?
सर, मैं मनीष झा हूँ, TV9 भारतवर्ष से। मेरा सवाल ललित मोदी को लेकर है। ललित मोदी को भारत वापस लाने को लेकर MEA का भी क्या स्टेटस है? और दूसरी बात, क्या भारत सरकार को इस बात की जानकारी है कि ललित मोदी ने विदेशी पासपोर्ट हासिल कर लिया है और इससे उसको एक्स्ट्राडिशन में कोई दिक्कत आएगी?
अखिलेश?
सर, मैं अखिलेश सुमन, DD न्यूज के लिए। तहव्वुर राणा पर यूएस की कोर्ट ने एक फैसला दिया है। उनके एक्स्ट्राडिशन की क्या प्रक्रिया हम देखने जा रहे हैं और क्या है उस डिसीजन का क्या डिटेल्स?
Vasri?
I have two follow-ups. One to your response on the India-US bilateral free trade agreement being negotiated. The question is really that the free trade agreement was announced, and then after that, the trade minister went there, the commerce minister went to Washington, and then after that, the president has announced that there will be reciprocal tariffs. Would you consider these April 2nd tariffs to be an act of bad faith if you are in the middle of negotiations between India and the US on a bilateral free trade agreement? So my first question really is how do you see the announcement of the April 2 tariffs against India? And the second is on the Tahawwur Rana question. President Trump on February 13th announced that we had taken a decision to send Tahawwur Rana back. I presume that would have happened after all avenues of appeal had been exhausted, and yet he has been allowed to put in another appeal in the Supreme Court in the US yesterday, where he's made a statement about possible torture and being killed in India. So I just wanted to get a sense of how you see the fact that he has been able to have this appeal even after the president said they were sending him here.
Okay, Sanjeev, first your question regarding developments in Mizoram. We have seen several reports on this matter. On Myanmar, our position is very clear to you and to all our friends here. I would also like to reiterate that when it comes to foreign policy issues, these issues do not lie within the remit of state governments. Siddhi, on Commerce Minister's visit, the Commerce Minister visited the United States from 4th to 6th. I don't have the complete details of his engagements, but he did meet his counterparts to take forward take forward our mutual discussions on trade, tariff, and other issues. And I just gave you what is our approach to bilateral trade agreement. And he was there. These issues have been discussed, and we'll see more in the coming days in the direction that it goes. But we want both sides are keen to take these discussions on bilateral trade agreement, advancing these discussions further on a multi-sector bilateral trade agreement. Over and above, I don't have those details. Technical details of the meetings will be shared by the relevant ministry when time is appropriate. Regarding Foreign Secretary's visit, Foreign Secretary is visiting Moscow for Foreign Office consultations. When you have Foreign Office consultations between two countries, all aspects of the relationship, political relations, economic matters, other issues, defense, energy partnership, all these matters are discussed, and the meeting is going on in Moscow. So hopefully once the meeting finishes, we'll have more details. But just to tell you that he's gone there as part of Foreign Office consultation. This is a routine consultation that we have. Last Foreign Office consultations was held here in Delhi in 2023, towards the end of 2023. If my memory serves me right, I think it was in November of 2023. On Manish, आपका सवाल ललित मोदी को लेके है. ललित मोदी ने हमारे हाई कमीशन में एक एप्लीकेशन दायर किया है इंडियन पासपोर्ट को सरेंडर करने के लिए. ये जो उनकी एप्लीकेशन आई है, उसको जो विधिवत जो तरीका है, जो गाइडलाइंस है, हमारे कानून है, उसके हिसाब से, जो रूल्स है, उसके हिसाब से उसको आगे ले जाया जाएगा. हमको हमारे संज्ञान में ये भी है कि ललित मोदी ने वनुआतू की नागरिकता ले ली है. इतना कहने के साथ मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि उसके जो केसेस हैं उसको हम लोग परसू कर रहे हैं, जो कानून के अंतर्गत में है. It is learned that Mr. Lalit Modi has made an application for surrender of his passport at the High Commission of India in London. The same will be examined in light of extant rules and procedures. We are also given to understand that he has acquired citizenship of Vanuatu. We continue to pursue the case against him as required under law. अखिलेश जी, आपका सवाल तहावुर राणा को लेके है। जैसा कि मैंने पहले भी कहा था, इस केस पे आपने देखा होगा प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप का बयान जब हम लोग वहां पर थे प्रधानमंत्री के दौरे के दौरान वाशिंगटन डीसी में। उसके अलावे जॉइंट स्टेटमेंट पे उस पर चर्चा हुई कि तहावुर राणा जल्द से जल्द वापस आएंगे। हम अमेरिकी सरकार के साथ काम कर रहे हैं, जो उनकी फॉर्मेलिटीज है, फॉर्मेलिटीज को ध्यान में रख के आगे काम कर रहे हैं ताकि उनको यहाँ पर लाया जाए, उनका प्रत्यर्पण वहां से हो, एक्सट्रेडिशन हो। आपने सवाल हिंदी पूछा था, अंग्रेजी में पूछा था? या तो मेरा काम हल्का कीजिए, नहीं तो अपना काम हल्का कीजिए। You would have seen President Trump's comments regarding the extradition of Thakur Rana. The joint statement, which was adopted during the visit of the Prime Minister, also reflects this sentiment. We are working closely with the US government to complete the necessary formalities to allow for his extradition to India. So that is where it is. There are certain legalities in the United States for which I cannot answer, but those also have to be taken care of. But our understanding is that we are working with the US government and his extradition should happen soon. Suhasini, both on bilateral trade agreement, beyond what I have said, I have nothing further to add to what we have said. That Commerce Minister recently visited. He had discussions with his counterpart, and as was provided in the joint statement adopted during the visit of the Prime Minister, both sides announced their plans to negotiate mutually beneficial multi-sector bilateral trade agreement. And the objective of this trade agreement is to deepen two-way trade across goods and services, increase market access, reduce tariff and non-tariff barriers, and deepen supply chain integration between the two countries. So that is where it is. When we have more details on this particular issue, we'll share with you. On Thakur Rana case, I answered what the position is. Can we have more questions? Rishabh.
Good evening, sir. Rishabh from Times Now. So, Tauheed Hussain, the foreign advisor to the interim government of Bangladesh, has said that the issues with minority is an internal matter of Bangladesh. India should not be concerned about it. What is MEA's stand on?
Okay. Abhishek.
Sir, Abhishek Chand said, sir, we have learned that a Bangladesh delegation was here to discuss the credit line that India has been supporting Bangladesh, and there have been some, some projects have been shared also from the entire credit line scheme. So, what is the detail if you can share with us? And also, Professor Yunus, the Bangladesh chief advisor, has recently said that Sheikh Hasina will stand trial, even if in absentia. So, what's the status of her extradition request from Bangladesh?
Okay. Madhu, last question.
सर मधुरेंद्र न्यूज नेशन से सर गजा को लेकर अमेरिका का अपना प्लान सामने आया है। वहीं जो अरब देश हैं उन्होंने बैठक करके बताया है कि गजा के पुनर्निर्माण के लिए उनकी क्या भूमिका होगी। भारत का क्या स्टैंड है गजा के पुनर्निर्माण को लेकर?
Okay, Rishabh, first on your question regarding minority issues, etc. We have repeatedly underlined that it is the responsibility of the interim government of Bangladesh to protect the Hindus and other minorities as well as their properties and religious institutions. As you would have seen so far, only 1,254 incidents of over 2,374 incidents reported from between August 5th, 2024 to February 16, 2025 have been verified by the police. Further, 98% of these 1,254 incidents were deemed political in nature. We expect Bangladesh to thoroughly investigate and bring all perpetrators of killings, arson, and violence to justice without making such distinctions. On Abhishek, your question regarding, चलिए पहले मैं सवाल का जवाब देता हूँ उसके Abhishek, your question regarding development cooperation. We recently had a meeting on development cooperation matters with Bangladesh. We had the Bangladeshi delegation here in India. And as you know, development cooperation is a priority area of collaboration of our relations with the people of Bangladesh. The recent security situation and long-standing local issues have affected the pace of implementation of some of these projects. The official discussions therefore focused on rationalizing the project portfolio and executing mutually agreed projects in a time-bound manner. Subject to obtaining the committed support and pending clearances from the Bangladesh side, we plan to take these projects forward. Abhishek, on your question regarding former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, we have, our position is what I had stated earlier, and that is what remains. मधु, गाजा को लेके देखिए, फिलिस्तीन के साथ हमारे पुराने डेवलपमेंट कोऑपरेशन के संबंध रहे हैं. पिछले गत सालों में हमने करीबन $160 मिलियन का उनको सहायता प्रदान किया है और अभी भी $40 मिलियन की सहायता और प्रोजेक्ट्स चल रहे हैं. जब से अक्टूबर के महीने 2023 से जब ये लड़ाई शुरू हुई, तब से उसके बाद से करीबन $65 मिलियन का हम लोगों ने सहायता और दवाइयां उनको प्रदान की है. तो गाजा के साथ हमारी डेवलपमेंट कोऑपरेशन की पार्टनरशिप मजबूत है पैलेस्टाइन के साथ, और इसको हम आगे ले जाएंगे. विद दैट, सॉरी, बांग्लादेश. देखिए, जहां तक बांग्लादेश में हमारे अल्पसंख्यक वर्ग और हिंदू वर्ग, उसके अलावा और भी जो अल्पसंख्यक लोगों का मामला है, उनकी सुरक्षा का मामला है, हम लोग लगातार ये कहते रहे हैं कि वहाँ की जो अंतरिम सरकार है, ये उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, उनकी जिम्मेवारी है कि उनका सुरक्षा पर ध्यान दे. हाल ही के दिनों में आपने देखा होगा कुछ ब्यौरा जो वहाँ से आया था, उसमें 1254 मामले, जो 2374 मामले में से 1254 मामले को वेरीफाई किया गया था, जो अगस्त 2024 और फरवरी 2025 के बीच में. और ये जो 98%, मतलब 98% जो मामले हैं, 1254 इंसिडेंट्स को, इनको पॉलिटिकल घोषित किया, पॉलिटिकल इन नेचर घोषित किया. हमारा ये एक्सपेक्टेशन है बांग्लादेश से कि जितने भी मामले आए हैं इस पे कार्रवाई हो, और जो लोग उसके जिम्मेवार हैं, जो दोषी हैं, आरोपी हैं, उन पे सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई हो, ताकि लोगों को न्याय दिलाया जा सके. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the close of this press briefing. Thank you very much for your presence.